When you really want to master a hashtag, it's vital to learn about its influencers. We built our Influencers tab to help you answer some fundamental questions. Who are the top influencers for this hashtag? Who should I try to connect with, and how? What are the social norms of this community? What should I do or not do? What other subjects do the influencers in this community find interesting? When you open the Influencers tab, the first thing you can see is the list of the top influencers that we have found for your hashtag. The influencers are ranked by the total potential impressions they generated for the hashtag, both directly and indirectly, not only by their own tweets, but also when they get retweeted or mentioned in connection with this hashtag. Depending on your plan, we will analyze up to 100 top influencers, but we only show 10 of them at the same time. To see the other ones, you can scroll through the list using these little arrows. This way, we can keep the influencers chart clean at all time. The chart is designed to give you a visual representation of the top influencers, each shown as a disk. This way, you can compare at a glance their relative influence, y-axis, and their number of followers, size of the circles. On the x-axis, you can also see how specialized they are for this hashtag. The more to the right the influencer, the higher the specialization. To better explain what this means, I'll click on the most specialized influencer in this list, Social Michelle R, and scroll down to the user's details, which will tell you a lot about her to understand who she is, with whom she's interacting, what she's tweeting about, and how. As you can see, Social Michelle, during the tracking period, sent 3,608 tweets on target. On target here means she's using the tracked hashtag. She also sent 4,151 tweets off target, without using the hashtag. From this, we can compute the on-target ratio of 47%, which is a very high number, and the one we use for the x-axis shown on the chart. We can also see that she tweets quite a lot, with 20 daily tweets on average. Then we can move to some interesting numbers about this influencer's engagement with this hashtag. First of all, we could wonder about the reactions to Michelle's activity about this hashtag. In aggregate, we can see that her tweets on target were retweeted 65 times. She was also mentioned 329 times by other users using this hashtag. But who exactly retweeted and/or mentioned her? To see that, we can scroll down to the Users Mentioning Social Michelle table, where we learn that she was retweeted 14 times and mentioned 154 by Steve Cassidy, generating over 3 million impressions. By default, the table is sorted by retweets. But if we're more interested in the mentions, we can sort it by those and see who the user is who retweeted her the most. We might then want to know about Social Michelle's own activity, about her 3.6 thousand tweets on target, and learn that 156 of those were retweets. 0 were via mentions, and only 15 of them contained links. But who does Michelle retweet and mention? As you guessed, we've got a table for that. Here you can see that the most mentioned user by Michelle for this hashtag is nknecht, with 700 mentions on target and also 8 retweets. In this table you can also see the retweets and mentions off target. But, most importantly, you can go to the actual tweets doing the mentions and the retweets. As a matter of fact, if you click on the mentioned username and scroll down, you'll find all the tweets on target from Michelle mentioning nknecht. You can read them and see exactly what they are about. By the way, you can also remove the filter for nknecht and see all the tweets on target sent by Michelle. This is very useful if you want to check the kind of tweets used by the top influencers for your hashtag and learn about the social norms respected by the leaders of this community. Last but not least, You can also learn about the other hashtags used by @SocialMichelle, both together with the tracked hashtag, if you sort by on-target less work tweets, and in general, if you sort by tweets. This is a very interesting way to find common interests with an influencer, making it easy to connect with him. It's also a good way to find more specific hashtags related to your tracked one, and so find related communities or sub-communities you can explore and join. This is especially important when you want to piggyback on some very broad hashtags, where your message could get lost in a sea of spam. As we know, learning about the top influencers for your hashtag and connecting with them requires quite a bit of effort. But it is the key to becoming a successful influencer in your own right, and to keep the hashtag itself healthy if this is your own campaign. This is why mastering the CyBranding Hashtag Intelligence Influencers tab will help you exert more influence with less work.